there's a way we can balance quality and costing
towards using storytelling and visual mediums as a tool to drive social change.
We're going to have to start doing them really, really well.
Because we will be confronted. Each filmmaker must decide, who is this audience and how is the best way to read this particular audience.
What are the needs, you understand, that we need to resolve in a manner that is consistent, so that it's not about you or me, it's about anybody who is going to use it. So we can have something that over time we can actually scale up. And once you scale it up, that's when you can have an industry.
Then we need to be very careful the standard that we use, because one of the major problems that production from this country has had in film festival is the poor quality when you screen on bigger screens.
So we have an issue with color grading.
Yes.
Fine, good.
We have an issue with audio post.
Yes. And creativity has nothing whatsoever to do with material things. It has everything to do with the individual bringing forth what is already within him. So how are we going to increase human capacity?
The question is, how do we get to the next level of responsibility?
We are all ambassadors of change, whether we like it or not. It's important for us to show the better part of Africa. It's important for us to show the things that are happening.
People are hungry and appreciative if we all come together collectively and they see the power of what is being done.
Your first responsibility as a screenwriter is to constantly find the words that make their job easy. Please do not belong to that group of Nigerian screenwriters that said, I wanted to keep that information. I wanted to reveal it.
The cinema of every country that's progressive addresses first and foremost its environment. Why? It takes its inspiration from it. But guess what? Because the people live in those environments, they connect to your story faster.
Meaning that being involved in the story you're talking about. A lot of people just write in the air. They are not. You want to talk about prostitution. You've never gone to a brothel. You don't even know why they're there.
You have to do a lot of character storytelling. You just watch the film, and at that moment of catharsis, so that is where the film ends. Say, wait for part 2. And in part 2, the issue is not addressed at all.
I can tell, nothing surprises me. I can tell what is going to happen from the beginning to the end. Because hardly do you find any deep thought process in those things.
I chose the script Henna to pitch today because, well, it's a coming of age story of a young girl who is more or less tried to be forced into an early marriage, and it's how she overcomes that.
I selected the script My Brother's Keeper because, well, right now I'm a hustling man and I feel for the hustler.
One I actually was attracted to is the space between us. I think it's a dark story. I want to call it a psychological drama, and it's really not about plots, premises and all. It's really about the characters and the internal decisions they make. It's about what their brains are going through.
What is the story as far as you understand it quickly? And then whose story are you telling?
I am Femi Odugbemi. I'm a content producer and a filmmaker. I think this is one of the most important programs for developing the next generation of filmmakers in Nigeria. And I think there is nothing better than to put them through the process that is what you would call, best international practices. Pitching a story. I'm very excited because I think this generation of young Nigerian filmmakers are extremely creative, extremely empowered. They have learned to manipulate images in a way that I think is unusual. And they have also learned how to combine that creativity with the power of technology. So for me, I'm here to listen, to hear them tell their story or retell these stories in a way that is going to bring great impact into what is called Cinema4Change, which to me is also a very laudable project, the capacity of cinema and film to affect social development, to affect how we think and how we develop our country and our environment.
You've just said a whole lot of things, and I'm still wondering, okay, why would I want to watch this movie?
My name is Jane Madribuna. I was trained as a lawyer. Well, what I would be looking for is someone who has the ability to interpret that script, taking, the little legal details, interpreting it in a way that you're not choosing any side, but you are presenting both sides to the audience. You would still have a theme, but that theme would be addressing those delicate issues without actually just taking a particular stand.
So what would your thought be as to camera treatment or color as far as the character is concerned?
My name is Tunde Kelani TK. I'm a filmmaker with a career spanning 40 years, which is a complete evolution. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy the pitch because I'll be on the lookout for the directors, how they have been able to make the transition from something that is written on paper to essentially film, which is a visual medium.
I picked this particular script is because I love to tell stories that where the audience can empathize with the characters. And the reason why I choose because this is a very, the subtext, which is gay, having gay people, is something I think I'm trying to see how I can get a Nigerian audience, try to see gayism from the gay's point of view.
You see the sign, malaria kills and all that. That's something we want to establish. It drives home the emotion that just because most of these people trust chemists more than they even trust doctors.
I think the quality of the scripts, I think the quality of the judges and the panels is pretty decent. So.
It's great that, there are organizations coming in, trying to tell our stories, trying to change the structure of the way we tell our stories, qualitative scripts, the organization. So it's good that, things are starting to happen.
Some of the directors exhibited extraordinary imagination. For some, the film is already made.
Yes, we have found some who came prepared, who actually carried us along in their pictorial depiction of these movies.
Some of the stories, even I, as a director, could not have thought the way some of these gentlemen and these ladies have been able to create them in the mind. And I think, I'm really very excited, like TK says, about the future of cinema in Nigeria.
I think that is a testimony that not only do we have a rich cultural heritage, the sheer diversity, even of these stories, is really very exciting.
ga fansha da yaran Platon nan da kake bi. One day they will betray you.
I want to enjoy what my daddy's enjoying.
Oh, please get that for them. People need to know what they are doing in church these days.
All right. You guys remember it's not church. If we allow the bishop continue preaching, the food I spent all afternoon cooking will get cold. You don't even try anymore.
You can have this for foodstuff and any other thing you want to buy for the house.
I don't need anything. You asked me to marry him, and I did. You asked me to give him a child, and I told you I am trying. Now.
If you can give him a child, you too, you have a child, the whole house will be filled with children. I need a grandchild.
I'm pregnant.
What are you saying?
I understand you'll stay married to him, but sleep with me for his church. I understand you'll even murder a child. My child. Our child. For his church.
Your church? Francis, that's all you care about. Your church!
What are you saying? I gave you everything. Everything.
Everything except what I needed the most. To be a woman.
Is there anyone who can solve the equation on the board?
Raina, dakata. Jini ne fa.
Wani karatu? Karatu na yara ƙanana ne Rahina. Ke fa karki man shi kin girma. Ke ki kyale zancen karatun.
Wani abin nawa ne? Dan Allah, har yanzu ni gamar yarinya ce. Ki kwantar da hankalinki manariya.
Akwai wani matsala ne?
My teacher said that we should not practice self-medication.
Your teacher is right.
Why will we stop doing all this ourselves? I hear the malaria treatment is free.
Long time. Go and ask Ogafide. He will tell you that it is not free. Even the health worker people, they also want you to give them some small kidney. All these years, where you there with me. You will never be sabi change. All the labor.
Then why are you trying to give us injection?
Because I don't want you to have malaria. My friend, you go to see. Timothy! Arao!